Hey guys, welcome to Game 3 between Dreamer and Ertric. Dreamer, so the reigning second placer, runner-up of BSL Season 11, on the verge of elimination against Ertric. Ertric, bottom left-hand corner as the blue Terran. He keeps choosing this color, I think. I don't like this color. Midnight blue? This isn't midnight blue. This is like dark blue. I don't know what to call it. Ugly blue. It's not ugly blue, it's just I don't like the name thing. Dreamer, green. Good color right there. This is going to be on Eclipse. I feel like this is the part of the conversation. Eclipse, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be one of those maps that may favor Ertric overall. I felt like the last two maps were maps that I'm like, maybe Dreamer can sneak away with this. And what's so frustrating about last map, I think, is I was expecting a better game, is it felt like Dreamer got the better end of the stopping the initial two-tank push. And then just didn't, I don't know, just didn't have the follow-up after that. Again, playing a little bit sleepy overall. I am going to give a quick shout-out to the Foreign Brood War Discord. That I think that's the largest Discord community for StarCraft. There's also a BSL Discord that you guys can join. The namesake here, but I got an interesting conversation with Quix, who does STPL. That's the Shinhan Tank Pro League. In the background, it's like, what does Diggity mean? I think a lot of people confuse it with a noun. So me, it is a noun. I am Diggity, technically. But otherwise, it's more like a adjective or an adverb from there. It's like emphasis. So I think the most famous is like no diggity, which is like, you know, no diggity, no doubt from the famous song. I actually ended up with this name playing, there's an old school game called NetHack. That's actually, I got this name because my old username that I used in Counter-Strike in those spaces was already taken on YouTube. And a lot of variations of it that I would want to use. Only a single SCV on gas, by the way, so we're probably going to see a little bit of a faster command center. Ertric, or maybe something, I don't know, he's kind of doing an end-around scout, that probe sneaking across, and we saw, ooh, was that a 12 Nexus? I might have missed a 12, yeah, that was a 12 Nexus, opposite corner for Dreamer. And Ertric, because of that, actually slow gas is going to end up in a more difficult situation to be able to deal with this, because he was kind of going for a little bit more of economic sneakiness as well. But anyway, but there's also, you know, bomb diggity or hot diggity dog. It's just, it's, you know, it's a word that implies emphasis on the other word and has no meaning otherwise, or maybe all meaning otherwise. I don't know why I felt like getting into that right this second, but I did. That's the intro. Also in chat, Darthun Gamer, welcome. Was asking if on the Foreign Brood War Discord, if you were a noob, can you play there? I believe the Foreign Brood War Discord is the Discord that is preferential for noobs. But I feel like if you really want a game where you just want to play a little bit more relaxed, there's also no Hunters Free for All. No HFFA is the location. Initial Zealot being produced, Cybernetic Score. I'm expecting a second gateway with such an early Nexus. Still a single SCV on gas with that factory. So it looks like Ertric is still going to play Machine Shop, Siege Tank. No, he's going to go for it. I take it back. I was thinking with just the fewer SCV on gas that he was going to play this a little bit lighter, but instead, grouping up with a ton of SCV and the Marines, going to dive at the natural expansion. This is one I have not seen as far as a defensive posture. This might play out because Dreamer did not go 2-gate. He's actually dropping a shield battery, so this is going to be some Zealots and probes. So a Zealot, a Dragoon, and some probes to try to engage all of these SCVs and Marines. And really what it's going to come down to is positioning with those Zealots on top of the Marines, at least initially. Shield battery warping in. Can these SCVs successfully block this Zealot out? Initially, they are being very successful in doing so. Probes, 3 probes down, 4 probes down. Shield battery is still there. 5th Marine regrouping with this. A bunker now being built alongside that shield battery. The Zealot initially able to get on that Marine, but very quickly getting taken out. And Dreamer playing so light, and that might be game. Because usually when you 12 Nexus, you need at least 2 gateways of production to fight something like this. It's difficult to fight something like this off with 2 gateways. And he just went with the 1, and the bunker's been established on that natural expansion. Marines are already in it. Man, that might be a quick 3 games for Dreamer. And Vulture's also following this up. And so, yeah, the Dragoon's just waiting and watching, and there's still no additional gateway, now grabbing a robotics facility for Dreamer. Odd play altogether from Dreamer today. Is this a match-fixing scandal? I hope not. In BSL. I'm just kidding. They're definitely not. I would feel bad if that was the case. 3 Vultures now pounding away at this Nexus. Dreamer's in a lot of trouble, just trying to do what he can with the leftover probes. The probe's now evacuating and getting wiped out. He's at 14 probes. Ertric at 17. This natural expansion just getting obliterated. Keep in mind, this is 3 SCVs, so this is more like 14 SCVs that are actually mining comparatively, but losing this Nexus early is huge, particularly with like not a lot to follow this up. Second gateway about halfway finished just now at this point. 4 Dragoons trying to do what they can against this. Mines being researched, and it looks like there is an SCV in position to go ahead and take that natural expansion. And yep, the Nexus falls. And now the Marines and honestly SCVs and everything else can go their way home. I think mines are going to come online. Might just try to repair this to wait for that mine to evacuate these Marines. We'll see. It's going to be tough to get those Marines out of there. So at least that'll be a small win for Dreamer. So waiting for that. Nope. Bunker goes down before the mines are online, so these Marines are forfeit. Some mines are going to be planted on the high ground, so Dreamer needs to be careful in chasing this. It looks like he is going to back off now. So 2 gates up, robotic support bay, shuttle is there as well, and getting an upgrade from there. Yeah, basically his one hope here is that he just gets a drop, and that drop does amazing things. Trying to do that push forward hold position trick with his Dragoons to clear some of these mines out, thinking better of it. Given his current position, Ertric has his command center about halfway up. Still no siege tanks out for him. Is mostly just doing this on pure Vulture mine defense. Which actually might not be, unless he gets some mines out in his main. You also have to be careful where you place your mines in your main, dealing with Reavers. Armory being built, and he's starting to float out to go ahead and seal up that front door. But Ertric in a commanding position once again in this game 3. And is it going to be just a Reaver, or is it going to be a Reaver and a Dragoon in this shuttle? Also, no speed is going to be on the meal plan here. So Dreamer, yeah, he's got to get it done. And there's the Dragoon scooped up. He's got to get it done with these units here. He is going to have a lot of surface area to work with, and honestly, a small unit count. This is only a single Marine and a single siege tank in the main. So could equalize things with this attack. The Vultures are absolutely everywhere on the map. Look at this vision, though, for Ertric. Ertric sees practically everything. The one thing he does not see, though, well, probably caught that shuttle right there. Doesn't really matter, though. Because he doesn't... Where does his barracks go? His barracks is floating out there. Able to do some disruption. Gets an initial SCV kill right there. Disrupting at least all mining at the natural expansion. That's somewhat of an advantage. Now, 2 siege tanks and a single Marine here. Working. If they can pick, they really want to pick off that Marine. Because if you can pick off that Marine, then you don't have to worry. Not able to pick off that Marine, unfortunately. Because if you can pick off that Marine, you don't have to worry about that shuttle. That Marine damage pulling back out. A mine dropped underneath on an attempt here. But while all that's happening, this is Ertric being able to reshuffle these SCVs and keep producing. It looks like he is going to lose some SCVs on gas. He doesn't have any additional gas here. The Dragoons pushing up for Dreamer at the natural expansion. Looks like they got some additional Vulture kills right there. Dropping on top of that siege tank, getting a huge amount of SCV kills right there. And the Dragoons actually able to take out 2 siege tanks. There's only 1 siege tank up on the high ground. But with everything left, Ertric playing so light with just nothing but Vultures still might be able to take this match out. Because he's still got this shuttle that can do drops on top of siege tanks. He's only got a single siege tank and a bunch of Dragoons with a free open attack path through the middle of the map. It, I think, might have microed through mines otherwise. Starting to push at that natural expansion. This is honestly just as far as flat engagement, more Dragoons than siege tanks can handle, than these siege tanks can handle. So Dreamer, with kind of a follow-up attack, kind of like I guess a pseudo thing we saw from game 2, that Observer is going to get taken out, so Vulture still might be something. Following up, and might be able to take out Ertric right here wholesale. All he has to do is get position on top of this factory and take out these SCVs. SCVs pulling off the line, realizing this. So Ertric getting a little bit too greedy, just not producing enough siege tanks to have enough of a defense to follow this up. After taking out that Nexus, this is like the exact inversion of the previous game. And 2 Dragoons following up, now working on that command center. That's going to be GG. So Dreamer staying alive in game 3. This match, this grouping is turning into a crazy, crazy battle between these two. There's GG from Ertric. We move on to a game 4. We got a series, baby. Dreamer still alive.